Today we're going to talk about construction contracts and activities, including initiating, completing, and submitting activities. The MyHope program is run through two different programs. Homeowners apply through the Kinetic page, and grantee organizations will approve and deny them through that system. The grant is run through the IGX system where forms, activities, and FSRs are submitted. We're going to talk about the IGX system today. To initiate an activity, the authorized official, agency administrator, or authorized signer will log into IGX and go to the MyHope grant using either My Tasks or the search menu. Once you've logged into IGX, the system will take you to the dashboard, which is shown here on the screen. To get to the grant using My Tasks, scroll through the list of tasks on the My Task panel on the dashboard. Your grant will show up in this list. Click on the grant number shown here in red to go to the grant. Clicking on the organization name will take you to the organization information page, not the grant. To use the search option, click Searches, then Grants. Enter My Hope Grant for the type and the organization's name under Organization. Click Search. Click the grant number to take you to the grant. We're going to start by filling out the construction contract page. Contracts with contractors or subcontractors need to be entered into the grant. Once in the grant, the authorized official or agency administrator will click on Construction Contract on the left-hand menu. Complete the construction contract page, including the contract name, amount, units, and contract number. You will also need to upload the contract, contractor or subcontractor license, and the contractor or subcontractor insurance information. You can add additional licenses or insurance documents by clicking on the plus mark at the end of the upload box. If you have a contract that covers more than one house, you can upload it once and enter the number of houses the contract covers under units. Once the page has been completed, click the Save button at the top right-hand corner of the page. After a contract has been uploaded, do not delete it. If something changes, you should upload a new contract and enter the contract number followed by revision under contract number. Click on the blue button with the plus mark below the Save button to add another contract. To initiate an activity, the authorized official, agency administrator, or authorized signer will need to be in the grant. Then click Initiate Related Doc outlined here in red from the left-hand menu. This will bring up a pop-up where you will select My Hope Activity from the available document download and click Create. Click Activity Form on the left-hand menu. Complete the activity form. Save using the Save button at the top right-hand corner of the screen. We're going to talk about the activity form a little bit. For the Activity Data Capture section, give the homeowner's name and address. You will need to select Homeowner Occupied Property or Tenant Occupied Property. This will change some of the questions later in the form. The activity category requested will autofill from information listed later in the form. Complete the beneficiary information for each adult in the house. Complete the self-certification household income form data. This must match the information entered in the self-certification form that will be uploaded below. Complete the property information section. You will need to select the type of property. You will also need to select the type of energy efficiency activities and the amount that will be spent on each of those activities. Use the plus mark at the end of the line to add another line if you need additional activities. Confirm that the location is within the approved boundaries for your grant, that the spec and work orders have been approved by all parties, and that the activities will be completed by licensed and insured contractors. You will also need to select if volunteers will be used. You will need to show what type of financial hardship caused by the coronavirus pandemic affected the household. At least one financial hardship must be selected from this section for the household to be eligible. When you get to the contract section, you will need to select one of the contracts created under construction contracts. Use the drop-down to select the contract. If you need to add another contract to this activity, you will click the plus mark to add another line. If the contract for this house is not listed, you will need to add the contract using the construction contract page to add it before completing the activity. Your champion will check the box confirming that the contract is correct. MISHDA will review the contracts in the contract section and will return the activity for modification if problems are found. For the supporting documentation section, you will need to upload before and after pictures and the date the activity was completed. Use the plus mark at the end of the line to add more lines. When taking the before pictures, keep in mind that we need a picture of the front of the house that includes the house number. We also need pictures that clearly show the reason the project is needed. For instance, if you're replacing a roof or windows, show the damage. Please try to take the after pictures from the same angle. You will also need to confirm that the self-certification eligibility form was completed and the eligibility has been confirmed by the property owners, occupants, and that all parties have signed and dated the form. The self-certification form, estimates, and an energy audit, if you have one, will be uploaded here. You'll need at least 2 estimates for each activity that will be done with this house. Please check the box for the estimate that was selected for the project. For the self-certification form upload, you can upload either the household income self-certification form or a copy of the homeowner's application from Kinetic. The form uploaded must match the information entered into IGX. If completing the self-certification form, complete all 3 pages. All check marks must be checked, and the occupant income verification statement must include the actual household income. When you get to the section asking for the number of household members over 18 and under 18, adult household members who are full-time students should be included in the second household line. Other than the approval and request for contractor payment, the next section of uploads may not be applicable to all projects. Inspections are determined based on code requirements and determined locally. If the home has an inspection done, upload the report here. If the home doesn't need an inspection, click the Not Applicable box. You'll need an approval and request for contractor payment. If you need more than one, use the plus button at the end of the line to add another line. If the activity is a roof, window, or an insulation and the home is pre-1978 construction, then the subrecipient must provide a pre-evaluation disclosure of lead-based paint procedure to the property owner. The property owner must provide the informational lead brochure to the occupant and tenant. If the home was constructed after 1978, click the Not Applicable box. If the activity is insulation, modernization, efficiency purposes, or replacement of heating, cooling, ventilation systems, and water heater upgrades, including on-demand retrofitting, or if electrical upgrades and or replacement will impact plaster and the home is pre-1978 construction, then the subrecipient must provide a pre-evaluation disclosure of asbestos procedure to the property owner. If the home was constructed after 1978, click the Not Applicable box. Once the activity is ready to be submitted, save using the Save button at the top right-hand corner of the screen. Using the left-hand menu, click Submit Activity to send it to your champion or Cancel Activity to cancel it. This will need to be done for each house included in an FSR before an FSR will be approved. If you have questions about construction contracts or activities, please email your questions to the My Hope box listed here.